What's the most innocent friendship that turned your world upside down? For me, it started with my boyfriend mentioning his coworker Ashley. At first, it was just casual talk. Ashley said this. Ashley joked about that. It was innocent, harmless stuff. And I even encouraged it because he'd always struggled with friendships at work. But soon it felt different. It started subtly, texts buzzing late at night while we watched TV together. I'd ask who it was, and he'd casually say Ashley, laughing about some inside joke from work. I tried not to let it bother me, telling myself I was supportive, mature, not insecure. One evening, we went to his office party. Ashley was exactly how he described, funny, friendly, and charming. Too charming. Every story she told had my boyfriend in stitches. I stood by, forcing a smile, feeling like an outsider watching their private comedy show. That night, on the drive home, I gently mentioned how close they seemed. He brushed it off, saying she was like that with everyone, and told me I was overthinking again. Weeks went by. Each time I expressed my feelings, he'd reassure me I had nothing to worry about. But reassurance doesn't silence instinct. I began doubting myself. Was I becoming one of those jealous, paranoid girlfriends? Then came the weekend he canceled our anniversary dinner, claiming he was overwhelmed with work. That hurt, but I accepted it because I trusted him. Later that night, scrolling through Instagram, I saw Ashley's post, a cozy dinner with colleagues, my boyfriend front and center, laughing with his arm around her chair. My stomach dropped. I confronted him calmly, showing him the photo. At first, he tried playing it down, insisting it was just a quick dinner break, but the longer we talked, the more he opened up. He admitted he'd crossed lines, not physically, but emotionally. He'd shared things with Ashley he'd stopped sharing with me. He told me he didn't realize how far he'd gone until that moment. It felt like betrayal, not because he had feelings, but because he'd repeatedly dismissed mine. The person I trusted most had chosen denial over honesty, and that hurt more than anything Ashley could have done. We decided to take some space. I needed time, not to punish him, but to understand my own boundaries again. During that time apart, he realized his mistakes and sincerely apologized, promising transparency and honesty moving forward. We slowly started rebuilding, but it wasn't easy. Trust isn't a switch you can flip back on. It's a fragile thread you weave patiently. I learned that ignoring your gut feelings doesn't make them disappear. It makes them stronger until you can't ignore them anymore. Now, we're cautious, open, and healing. I still feel a pang whenever his phone buzzes at night, but he immediately shows me who it is without hesitation. Trusting again is a process. Slow, painful, but necessary. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Trust your instincts and never let anyone convince you they're just paranoia.